Hello everyone, this is DragonLoon and welcome back to Songs of Syx. Last time, we got our basic settlement set up with a small dormitory, a lavatory, a small library, warehouse, a couple onks pastures, a nice sized vegetable farm, a decent sized fruit farm, a hunter's lodge, metal smelter, janitor, and carpenter, as well as a ore mine and coal mine for our metal. This time, we're going to, again, keep on expanding our settlement and try and get a decent number of population, as well as continue working on research. Now, speaking of research, as one of the comments on my last video pointed out, the library, while yes, it does need paper, can work without paper. It just works at 25% efficiency. So it's very highly recommended that you get paper production up and running as soon as possible, which is definitely one of those things that we are going to be working towards, I should say, today. So, let's see where we stand. Going into the research tab, we have unlocked farming 0 for a 1% farming bonus. We have unlocked the kitchen, which is definitely needed as soon as possible. And that's all we've gotten so far. So today we will continue working towards our kitchen, actually, as well as working towards the paper production. In fact, let's take a look at the paper production industry. Paper, we need stone, furniture, and tools. So we need to get our tool smithy up and... What? In order to make paper, which is needed for research, we need to research. That makes no sense. But hey, it's something interesting, that's for sure. All right, so let's turn the speed back on because we are in the process of making another onks pasture, as well as continuing our road construction. So, let's see here. Well, we did unlock the kitchen, so let's go ahead and work on... Now, I want to increase our iron production. But in order to increase our iron production, I think we need to increase our coal and ore production. All right, so this is being degraded, so we do, in fact, need a janitor? Huh. Janitor covering? Yes, the janitor is covering those. They are far ways away. All right, so one thing we definitely want to do is we want to auto-employ janitors. This will, as we expand and get more stuff that needs to be maintained, it will slowly increase the number of employees needed. So that's good. All right, let's see, that's a fruit farm. We have plenty of fruit. So we are going to take this and we are going to expand it out all the way down to there, like that. And then looking in here at our happiness for our, let's take a look at the Dundorians. Sleeping services is very, very low and dropping. Why? We have 100 beds available, but 135 people. That should not be a problem. Unburied corpses. So we might want to take care of that. And then we can always build more stone buildings to increase that happiness. All right. So I think what we are going to do is we are going to build our kitchen. And we're gonna build it out of stone. And of course, using the auto wall generation. And we'll be adding the tavern up here. So let's put a doorway right there. All right, and we'll go ahead and build that, and then add in our roads, like so. Do not have a builder in the vicinity, so we need to go to infrastructure, builder outpost, and we are going to plop a builder outpost right there, and of course expand out that, and throw in a few builders. There we go. Oh, look, we got people to let in. All right, and because we're close to having a working kitchen, let's go in here to our races and go to the advanced tab and make sure that our ration level is fairly high. We'll put each one at a ration level of 2 to start off with. All right, so we got our first kitchen. Now, I have already gone in and deselected the auto-employ, which is automatic by default selected. And we're only employing 12 workers. I've also increased the priority of our kitchens to one of the upper priorities. That way we make sure we have people in there. Because without food, we won't get immigrants. So now we just got to wait for the happiness to rise, which if we go in here and we look at eating services, our kitchen is going up on both our Dundorians and Cretonians, so that's good, which means we will be getting more immigrants in, and hopefully filling these 17 empty work slots. Now, while I was waiting, I also did a couple of extra things, and let me show you. Because we have to worry about janitors now, I added janitors next to each one of our mines, because the mines also degrade. And I also added in these hauler points, which I did not know you can put the haulers over the roads, which is very beneficial, because of course they have to be over clear ground. Now, I thought that meant you couldn't put them over roads or inside structures, but I guess you can. So this janitor will only ever employ one janitor to maintain the coal mine here. And I did the same thing over here, setting up one janitor and some hauler points for the ore mine. Now, one thing I'm going to also do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to change our priorities of our janitors. If I can find them. Ah, they're there. Wait, we have full janitors now? Oh, I guess we do. Okay, so I guess I won't do that. So now what we are waiting on is more citizens. All right, and while we're waiting on more citizens, we are going to actually create a more job deficit, I guess would be the correct way of saying it, because we only have 8 days of food, which means we don't have enough food. So we need to build some more farms and pastures because, you know, we aren't able to keep meat in. So what we want to do is we're actually going to make a grain farm right here, and we'll have to harvest some wild grain, but that's okay because that will give us time to bring in more population. We're going to lay down some more roads, and then we are, oh yeah, we need to dig a canal right here. And then we are also going to build an entelodont farm pasture thing right here. Now, like I said, that's gonna produce a lot of additional jobs, which we need more people for, but the goal is to do so in order to get more people in. I know that's kind of counterproductive, but it's what we need to do. The other great thing about constantly getting more Dendorians in is the Dendorians will actually fill in the jobs in the coal mine, the ore mine, the carpenter, and the metal smelter, and allow our Crotonians to fill in all the jobs for things like the farms and pastures and such like that. So it's great that we're getting those in. Now, the other thing I want to do is I do want to... I guess the metal smelter is already auto-employing. Interesting. So I guess we need to increase the number of workers here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set the metal to fetch, and hopefully that will stockpile the metal. I'm hoping. Because what I want to do is I want to add auxiliaries to the ores. And if we go into the mines, auxiliaries take metal. So that's why I want to try and stockpile some metal. Also, I want to make a bakery, and that's why we're doing the grain farm. Oh, look at that! We just hit 200 people, which means we just unlocked a new level. So let's check that out. We'll go into here, and we are now a mayor, which means our happiness is automatically increased by 10%. We also get access to the guard post, the dungeon, and the scaffolds. Hey. All right. So there we go. Now, the other thing that I was just doing when I got that was I was putting in another dormitory because we simply don't have enough room for all of our population. So hopefully this will give us the space needed for our ever expanding population. All right, so we now have our second dormitory built. So we got plenty of beds available for more people. Unfortunately, we're still really shy on food. I even went so far as to build another vegetable farm. But sadly, that's still not providing very much in the way of food. One thing I am still waiting on, which I tried bypassing, I guess you could say, is adding the auxiliaries to the ore mines. Unfortunately, the needed auxiliaries for the ore mines needs 112 metal. And if you look here, we only have 25 metal available. Down over here, we do have 8 metal available, but they probably won't grab from there. And we have 0 metal available in the warehouse, as evidenced right here. So, yeah, that's a thing. But one other thing that I'm running into a major problem on is lack of stone, I guess you could say. Because during this process, I had to clear out a lot of stone. I mean, I even went so far as to start mining out this small little hill here just to get some stone. So what I think I'm gonna do, because we need tools, we can't get tools right now because we don't have the knowledge available. So I think we are going to forget that knowledge, which will not allow us to unlock the toolsmithing. Darn it. All right, we need that knowledge back. All right, so there. And I guess that just means we need to build another library. So, one thing that I'm gonna do before we do that, we need a cemetery. So go into services, graveyard, that's what it is, not a cemetery. And we will put, we'll make the graveyard like that. And then give me a minute, I'm gonna put in the graves and all of that and make it nice and fancy. All right, so there we go. That is our graveyard, and while I was working, we got a bunch more people available. So that's great. All right, so that takes care of that. And with the sudden influx of people, we can come over here, start building our stone mine. So extraction, stone mine, and we will build it something like that. And then let's go ahead and put in the storage. Put the storage right there, and then we'll need to throw in some auxiliaries, which means we need more space. There we go. All right. Now, the downside to having this far away is we need a builder's depot, a janitor's building, and some haulers. Just like that. And look at that. Our graveyard is finished. So that should be giving us a nice happiness boost. And if we go in here and look, we can see that the building, or the unburied corpses, is 0. Burial respect, that's what I was looking for, is 100% burial respect, which is excellent. All right. Now, if we come over here and check in on this, we can see they really haven't made all that much progress because they're still working on clearing that. So let's go into the builder's workshop and add a few more builders. All right, so back to what I was saying about the library. We will need to add a library under knowledge. There we go. Right here. And we're gonna make this one a bit bigger. All right, so there is our library, which will take quite some time to build. And it looks like we are slowly building up our stone mine, which is good because we definitely need more stone. And it looks like we also need some more woodcutters in our forestry. All right, folks, so I've let the game run for several years. My population keeps fluctuating, trying to get things like another lavatory going, but my problem is I'm using a lot of stone, and I'm just not producing quite enough. So I'm not sure what to do. And because I'm not sure how to quite solve this problem, I think I might have to hold it here. I will try to like get this final lavatory finished, but my other problem is that I'm running into is lack of food. As you can see, we only have 3 days of food left, so yeah, not sure what to do about that, but we will have to figure that out next time. As always, if you enjoyed this, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of this really awesome content. And until next time, stay frosty out there.